Week 6. God, I don't feel like we've been doing these that many times.
Look at this one.
All right, so I'll let you go first this time.
You gonna let me go first? All
Yep,
right, guys.
yep. Break down mine.
Well, it's week 6, guys. Hope you didn't have as worse of a Friday the 13th as I did. And I still have to go to work tonight after this. So, but here we go. We're gonna try to have some fun here. Yeah, let's fix that. There we go. All right. So I'm gonna break down Cody and Rob's matchup. Cody, obviously, again, it's hard to mess with your team too much. But I do love Golden Tate this week against New Orleans. I mean, you talked about, I think it's going to be a shootout. And all the Kansas City players against Pittsburgh. I feel pretty confident about all those. The only thing I would definitely change, when I say definitely, I mean, like, if I had your team, I would change it, is I would take Jacksonville's defense and down and play Baltimore just because they're playing a less powered offense with a rookie quarterback and at home. So there you go. I feel like that's just the play to go with. Rob. All right, man. Props to you for playing the waiver well. I've seen you. I like it. Picking up Washington's defense. That's one of my big likes this week. I know Norman's out, but they had a whole bye week. I think they'll be fine. Breland from Clemson's in there doing pretty good. So I still think they do well against San Francisco. And I like your let's see if I say his name right this time. Ryan Griffin.
Robert.
Against Cleveland, who's given up the, I believe it's 3rd or 4th most tight end points. Deshaun Watson really likes him, so I think that's my big play for you this week. So if I was going to do something on your team, I don't know who you want to take out, wide receiver or flex-wise, because I'm okay with whoever you do, because I like this guy a lot this week. And that's Deshaun Jackson against Arizona. He's not playing. He's not going to be the one up against Patrick Peterson. That's going to be Mike Evans. And everybody else on that Cardinals defense, it's like a guaranteed touchdown if DJ's running against him because he's the fastest man on the field sometimes. So that's all. But you ain't got to do it. That's just a suggestion.
And I like how your loves have little hearts.
Yes, yeah, well, it's quicker than writing love.
I have a check mark. That's quicker. Yours is gayer.
It's creative. I have a creative mind.
I like it.
I have a creative mind.
It's funny.
Sometimes they look like butts or bees, though, so I have to relook at them. Oh, wait.
You can just turn them upside down. You should do hearts up top, and then for the ones you don't like, you turn the heart upside down to be balls.
Shorthand.
So I have Blake and Kenny to break down. Blake, I like your Martavis Bryant play. He could boom or bust, but up against that team that's going to be scoring points, they're going to have to try to keep up. Martavis Bryant is a receiver, so put 2 and 2 together. There you go. Who I don't like and I wouldn't necessarily take out, but they have Andre Ellington projected 17 points. I don't have this written anywhere in here, but I noticed, at least in my ESPN league, they have Mark Ingram at 17 points, which is asinine, and I'll tell you why later. But Ellington, I'm not going to take him out, but to have him listed at 17 points, that's like Le'Veon Bell numbers.
I don't know, man.
They just got AP to run the ball. He's going to receive.
I'm going to give you a hot stat real quick.
But to say this guy is definitely going to get, that's his projection is 17.
I've been trying to get him in all my leagues, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a hot stat. Do you know who has the most running back targets in all the NFL right now? His name would be Andre Ellington. And he's 11th in the league in targets, period. Not just running backs, but period. This is what they're doing because they can't run the ball. Their offensive line is such garbage.
Exactly. And who did they just get?
They got AP. And so AP's not going to do
jack. Today, they are going to try to push AP. If it don't work, it don't work. Sure. Yeah. But I'm not buying into Ellington being, that hot already.
Like, you want to trade him? I'll take him.
We'll find out. I didn't say trade. Calm down. I'm just saying that's mad respect for Andre Ellington. Kenny, Marvin Jones. You pick Golden Tate. I pick Marvin Jones. I'm thinking somebody's scoring points. I'm pretty sure I have Theo Riddick written down somewhere.
New Orleans gives up big plays.
I think that's going to be a shootout. It's not going to be quite New Orleans versus the Giants. Last year, 2 years ago maybe, where they scored like 100 points total. But I think it's going to be a lot, and I'll tell you why later, of course. Crowder. You're playing Crowder, who I was high on. You're like, I don't know why you're high on him, and now you're playing him. And
I'm playing him.
I get they want to incorporate him in the game plan more, but if they knew how.
That also has a lot to do.
Because
that has a lot to do with the fact that I have Kirk Cousins as my quarterback.
Yeah.
And Stephon Diggs currently is not gonna play, from what I can tell. And if I'm going for a flyer home run,
okay.
That's-
So if
that's
you're
my
going for
guy.
the home run, okay.
that's my guy
okay.
this week.
They're gonna try to do something, boom or bust. Okay. All right. Next, I have Erica and Chris. Ready? Yep. All right.
Yep, go for it.
Erica, I like Coleman simply because Miami has Jay Cutler and they suck, so Coleman's gonna run. What I don't like is you're playing Minnesota's defense, which is a good defense and it's not horrible, but they're playing Aaron Rodgers. That's a no-no. Chris, I like Will Fuller being put into the lineup. He's proven it now. Sure, he could bust, but there's no reason to not play him. If Powell, and I didn't see Matt Forte sitting, though. Matt Forte, I don't know. Elijah McGuire, question mark. Might be a good play, but you might want to sit him. I don't know. Who I don't like, who I really don't think you should replace, is Jones. Green Bay's running back. Way too many question marks there. I don't like him simply because he's playing Minnesota. I wouldn't like Ty Montgomery if he wasn't hurt playing Minnesota. But Ty Montgomery might come back as a catcher, so that leaves Jones with simply running the ball against Minnesota's defense. I don't like it. Would I take him out? Looking at your team, probably not. But if you feel like you're going to need a lot of points, go with Sammy Watkins. Same as last week. Boom or bust. He literally picked up 0. He had a 30-point game this year too, though. I don't know. Don't ask.
Against Jacksonville's defense, though. Against Jacksonville's defense.
It's what you want. It's Sammy Watkins. Takes one play.
Okay.
I'm not arguing. I'm not
got you.
saying
I
it's a
got
good idea, but I think he has more potential than Jones. I don't think Jones is going to break off a huge run. But
Okay. So, Erica, I'm just like him. I heart Coleman. I think he's just garbage time. Not even that, but I think on top of that, just beginning of the game, he's going to get a lot of points.
Miami sucks.
If I had to change something in your lineup, I mean, if Derek Carr doesn't play for some reason, if that all of a sudden, boom, Derek Carr's not playing, I'd play Taylor Gabriel because Mohamed Sanu is out. They can't just throw the ball just to Julio Jones, even though some people would love that. So I mean, he's got target possibilities there. That's all I'm saying.
Matt Ryan floats that ball around though.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, I like it.
and then Chris, I like all Tampa Bay players.
Wait, so were you saying take out Crabtree to put in Taylor Gabriel?
Yeah. If Derek Carr doesn't play, I would take out Crabtree and put in Gabriel. I know Crabtree did get a touchdown with EJ, but I'm still not I have Crabtree in one of my other Yahoo leagues, and the only reason he's playing is because Stephon Diggs is hurt.
Yeah.
So, all right. Anyways, back to what is it? So, Chris, love all your Tampa Bay players. Okay, I think Arizona, Tampa Bay. That's another possible shootout for the week. I do not
One-sided shootout, but no, I'm kidding.
do not like Kansas City's defense. I'm sorry. There was a Kansas City defense. They've given up the 4th most points in the league, and they give up the 3rd most yards. They just happen to outscore every other team they play because they're all on offense. So I mean, but you're just like me. There's really not many other options out there for defense. So, but I'm just.
Well, Big Ben likes to throw touchdowns with the other team scoring them.
And Big Ben did throw 5 interceptions last week, so I'm not gonna totally knock you on this.
Which is why I'm paying the Jags though.
It's why I'm just not a fan of it. That's all.
I like it.
Who'd you pick to win that one?
Yeah, I really didn't pick one there.
I didn't. I said win. I said Erica wins, but it's close.
Yeah, there's so many question marks this week, I feel, because there's names that are fresh, and are they going to actually pay off, or am I going to be like, oh, I like them because they have boom, 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 and boom, boom, boom scores.
I'm going to be
10,
honest with you,
points.
this is one of the juiciest weeks for matchups I've seen all season.
Toss up, what?
Everybody's playing against a possible really good home. They got good advantages.
It's hard
to
pick one over the other. I would go Erica. She needs a win. That's why
she's got the biggest shaft out of all of us.
I mean, a few years ago it happened.
I'm gonna feel like I am right now because my team's just taking injury hit after injury hit after injury hit.
Right,
but
at least you're winning games you should win. And she's just not getting any type of break. She has I think she has over 200 points, like close to 200 points scored more on her than
Anybody else?
than one place Jeremy does.
Okay.
Not than anybody, but just comparing her last, Jeremy first. She has more points than Jeremy, and obviously more points scored against her. It's just funny. Not crapping on Jeremy. Jeremy's got a good team. Just stating.
E and Jeremy.
Yep. I'll let you take it.
All right, E. So this one's gonna sound kind of crazy because for what I just said a while ago, but if Derek Carr plays, I'm actually
does.
I like the Amari Cooper play. Like eventually, this dude has to do something.
Yeah, he's sitting his
he's
ass
Amari-
down until he does.
He's Amari Cooper, okay. But if Derek Carr doesn't play, maybe I guess throw Jay Landry in there. But I like the fact you're sticking with Amari Cooper. You're sticking with the guy you drafted. All right. But the for sure change I would make, because I know we give you shit about this all the time. But Eric Ebron against New Orleans, I know we said it's going to be a shootout, but like I just feel like those points could go somewhere else this week. And I like Austin Hooper. I like all Atlanta players really this week, and I think Austin Hooper with Mohamed Sanu out and the other injuries they got going on, I feel like that's just a decent target, safe base place considering you're already I like it better. That's all. Jeremy, I'm gonna be like real easy here. I love Nuke. Just that simple. Against Cleveland, I think that could be your highest scoring player on your team this week. Bilal Powell, not playing, brother. So take him out. And I would personally play Macklin. I know you got Wallace too, but I would play Macklin. Macklin's getting more targets. He is the wide receiver one, as they say, in Baltimore. So this week I'm telling you, play Baltimore offense. There you go. So you're happy. All right. And I got Jeremy winning that one. But again, like there's so many good matchups.
Yeah. All right. I'll tell you how it's gonna play out right here. I'm just gonna be confident about this.
Oh, gee, you go around like the score.
I'm gonna talk out. I'm gonna talk out Jeremy's first. Who you said Hopkins? You like Hopkins this week?
Oh yeah.
Of course. I'm saying Julio simply because how in the world does Julio Jones not have a touchdown? And he's going up against Jay Cutler, and everyone knows Jay Cutler's the worst of the worst. Bad things happen when Jay Cutler's around to those associated with Jay Cutler.
You know what?
We're the enemy of Jay Cutler, so we're going to score like 50 points this week.
You know what they could do? They could let Julio play cornerback, and then he could just intercept Jay Cutler and run back for a touchdown.
That will probably happen. I bet Julio catches more balls from Jay Cutler off the field on accident than his receivers. I too, Bilal Powell's hurt. This was an easy one for us this week. I too said play a Raven. I like Macklin, but honestly, flip a coin.
And then I see what you wrote out to the side because we talked about this before. So this is...
we'll talk about that in a second because we're crazy. Ethan, I like Lamar Miller. A theme for me this week is people are due. How many passing touchdowns can happen before Lamar Miller's like, hey, somebody fall at the 2-yard line and let me run it in? Hopefully Foreman isn't the guy that gets to run it in. If it falls on the 2, he might be. But I believe receptions go to Miller, and he's got to score a rushing touchdown. I believe it's going to happen this week. They're playing Cleveland. They're not going to have to compete. Deshaun Watson's not going to need to score 5 touchdowns. I'm not saying he won't. But I like Lamar Miller definitely in this case. Who I don't like, I'm not in love with Amari Cooper. Amari Cooper's still on my bench. I hate him so much right now that I'm playing Jarvis Landry in over him.
Get this.
In my other league.
He has $5,000 on DraftKings. He's $5,000 on DraftKings.
Amari Cooper?
Amari Cooper.
I like him for that price. But I can't take him out because I can't replace him. I guess Jarvis Landry, I don't care. They both have crippling effects to them, either way you look. But I would take C.J. Anderson out. Ethan, he's the muscle hamster. Doug Martin, play him. He's back to form. He's going to be muscle hamster. He's going to like the nickname. He's going to score lots of points. I like him. I don't care if he's going up against Arizona this week. You said it's going to be a shootout.
I think
it's going to be involved. Muscle hamster.
It's going to be a passing shootout.
Right. Now, we'll talk about this for a second. Putting in the question. It's a big question. I'm sure a lot of people have talked about it. Putting in Watson over Aaron Rodgers.
Watson over like really any like QB like just like the top. Let's say top 4. All right. So like you got to think about this. But Watson is playing Cleveland.
Right.
Cleveland.
If you said in what realm would you play Watson over Rodgers? Be like, well, if Watson had a super easy matchup, you'd probably actually list the Browns, who he's playing. And if Rodgers had a super tough matchup, which you'd probably say, I don't know, passing wise, you might go with Seahawks if we were talking about earlier in the year. You would definitely say Jacksonville. And that's what's happening right now. But now that it's actually happening, and Jeremy has it to where he actually has to make this choice.
We talked about this earlier. I would do it. I would play Watson over Rodgers, and not because I don't think Rodgers has a good day. I just think Watson has a monstrous day.
Right.
And
I'm just afraid of what I said earlier. What if Lamar Miller scores the first 2 touchdowns and Watson's not needed? Watson scores 1 touchdown with 200 yards. It could happen. And they'll win.
I mean, that's a fair assumption. That's a fair assumption. Like, I'm not against it.
That could happen. In order to beat Minnesota, Green Bay's not going to run it.
I give you a counter argument. How much they beat Tennessee by?
Oh, I know.
And he was still in the game throwing like a boss.
I know.
So.
I know.
All right. Anyways, that's all we digress.
Your choice, not mine.
Yeah, exactly. Thank God.
All right, let's go. Brandon. Alvin Kamara is my favorite for you. Oh, sorry. This was just my next one. So I would say you're welcome, but you should thank the fantasy gods. You left and you were gifted Alvin Kamara. Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky you. Who you need to take out is Eli. While I was doing this, I don't necessarily mean it, but I gotta say it. I put anyone else. Tebow. Why? Because Eli's going to score negative points. He has the potential to score negative points.
I said, play Carr, if not him, someone else. Please God.
Please God. Like, Tim Tebow might outscore Eli because Eli might score negative.
I'm this close to placing a water bet with someone about what Eli will throw because I honestly don't think he breaks 200 yards. I'm this close to thinking he doesn't break 200 yards to passing.
Yeah. We saw what happened when he was without OBJ the first game of the year or first game and a half or something.
No Sterling Shepard. No OBJ. No Brandon Marshall. He has Shane Vereen, Evan Ingram, and this guy named Roger Lewis.
Speaking of, and this is kind of oxymoronish. No, I don't truly believe he's going to score negative. So let me talk about my dad. Breeze going with the shootout of New Orleans and Detroit. Breeze is my favorite on your team this week. You have Jalen Richard in. I believe he's Oakland's running back. I would definitely play Vereen. Because if there's someone with experience, that will make Eli Manning not suck so badly. It's going to be this is my call out. I like to have call outs. Jalen Richard out, Shane Vereen in.
I didn't see Shane Vereen on his lineup.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He definitely has Shane Vereen.
Okay.
8 to 10 targets, and I believe if a touchdown is scored, it will be in the hands of Shane Vereen.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but no doubt, Shane Vereen is in over Jalen Richard for me. All right.
There you go. So, Brandon, same thing, man. Love Kamara. Kamara, after Andre Ellington, is the next, I think, Darren Sproles.
But he runs it, too.
He does run it.
Ooh, he's six.
But my boy Mark Ingram's going to get the touchdown, so it's okay. But he's still going to get plenty of points with his PPR skills. Like, he gets 7 catches for 80 yards, and you're good to go.
He's downright faster, though.
Yeah. Eli is for sure out of my... honestly, I'm dropping Eli if I have him.
Yeah.
It's that simple. Luckily, you have Derek Carr, and I got a feeling he's going to play. So if he plays, even though I know there's that whole back injury prospect, and he could leave...
Should have looked up backup quarterbacks like we did last time, but oh well.
He'll go in there. I believe Brissett's still out there. McCown's still out there.
We're pretty on freaking target with our call out. You know who you need to pick up? I'm just going to go with Kevin Hogan. Why not? Go with Kevin Hogan.
Kevin Hogan.
There you go.
I hope
there's a fun pick that's going to do better than Eli.
All right. And then Allen, just like we talked about, love all the Saints. And so Drew Brees, Michael Thomas, I'm game. Richards, I would also take out. I did not see Shane Vereen on your team earlier. So if if he says you got him, then that's for sure play because he doesn't even have to get yards. He just has to get 10 targets, and he's going to score more than Jalen Richards.
Yeah.
So
he had someone else that I would have put in too over Jalen Richard. Frank Gore.
Frank Gore.
Yeah. Either one. I don't like Jalen Richard. Just saying.
Okay.
All right, so the final matchup, Beth versus Matt. Oh, we're at 20 minutes. One, I'd like to pat myself on the back. Elliott now, ever since I said I'm going to call it a kicker, I scored 10 and 11 points respectively. Double-digit machine as a kicker. Love that. Favorite, Matt Stafford. I know we talked about New Orleans versus Detroit enough. Who I don't necessarily like is Hearns, just because it's a little inconsistent. Not saying he's not going to do great. I just don't think you're going to need to score a lot of points, so I would not play big point potential. I would do the double up tight end potential that you have in Doyle and Hunter Henry. So I would go with the double tight end strategy because Elliott, he got you 11 points, so you're already looking pretty. Matt, your best obvious player is your Broncos defense. I believe they get 15 points pretty easily. Who I don't like, though, is Jay Ajayi because he doesn't catch the ball. That's the only reason why.
Fair enough.
Because he's not going to run because he's Jay Ajayi and he's related to or associated with Jay Cutler. Yeah. Jay Cutler's awful. Hey, good job, Rob. You finally dropped him. He's a sack of shit.
I hate that whoever you picked up when you dropped him, though, I forget who it was.
Doug Martin? Or no, McFadden?
Maybe. So, Matt, I'm the same thing. Like, I love the Denver defense, especially against what we just talked about, probably the worst, what may end up maybe the worst offense at the end of the season in the New York Giants. But the thing is, I can't make any changes to your lineup because you don't have any other bench players.
Yeah, notice I didn't. I just said I don't like Jay Ajayi.
Yeah, because, dude, you got to go out there and pick some people up. So, because I think you have Theo Riddick, Jay Ajayi, and Ja'Kis Rogers. So, like, when some bye weeks hit and you got to play Ja'Kis Rogers, that's not going to look
Theo
pretty.
Riddick, though, hey.
It's not going to look pretty. So, I'm definitely picking Beth to win this one because my big player on her team this week is Fournette. I think him and Todd Gurley.
Dark was out there right now. Yeah. He had a fantastic game last game. Who knows? Maybe something will happen.
Maybe.
Poor offense.
Fournette, I really like this week. If I'm just being like someone inside your lineup that's not Antonio Brown and Keenan Allen, so I like Fournette, and I would only play Henry in your tight end spot just for the touchdown upside. Like you said, I think you're pretty safe to win this one, so I don't think it matters. But yeah, guys, that's what I got.
All right. One love. Did we say I didn't really pick winners? I think I'd go with Beth. I actually have my dad winning if he makes the switch. There's my call out. I've had them, and they've all been pretty good when I'm serious about them. Ethan Jeremy's going to be a toss-up. Eric and Chris toss-up. Blake and Kenny. I mean, they're all really toss-ups for me. I don't even like my match. I think my matchup's a toss-up. I don't know. I don't like it this week for some reason. I would always pick myself, but not this week. It's
like I said, all the matchups make it hard where the other team could they could go off. But if I'm picking right now, I'm going Beth, Jeremy, Erica. Erica's is real close to me. I think that could be the closest one of the week. You, and then I'm picking your dad. So obviously I can't pick mine, but so it's the five I'm picking.
Yeah. All right, deuces.